Hi there, my name is Jeremy College. I'm a Qigong instructor, teacher, and I'm also a medical Qigong healer and therapist. Over the past few months, I've noticed a rise in coughs and chest problems, breathing problems, and whether they've had to do with illnesses that have swept across the world recently, or whether it's just about winter time. It became quite alarming for me because I got a cough which I couldn't shift for about 3 weeks, and that is highly unusual for me. And so I was using some Qigong exercises to help kind of alleviate that, but also to kind of open up the chest more. So there's a physical exercise I want to show you, and there's also a sound exercise I want to use with you, and then we can combine the two of them together to make life easier. But before we begin, I just say that it's a good idea for you to use my warm-up video. So if you go onto YouTube and you search at Jeremy College, you'll find the warm-up video, and the warm-up video takes about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. And that's just about rotating the waist and getting the waist moving, stretching and lengthening the spine so that the spine is nice and open. And then before you close that warm-up exercise down, you could just add these little lung exercises in as well. And that would give you a complete sort of 30-minute Qigong set, which focuses on fixing lung health. So if you feel that your lungs are underpowered, that have been left less than perfect over the last year or two's illnesses that have been going around, and then perhaps these might help you to build up the strength of your lungs again, as they have done with me. Okay, so the first exercise after we've done our warm-ups is to stand with the feet in a shoulder width posture. So nice and generous and wide open like this. And we're just going to lift the hands up to shoulder height. So you take a gentle breath in and allow your hands to float up. And then when you breathe out, do nothing. Just let the body relax, let the knees relax. So the first breath in sees you take the hands backwards. Turn the palms to face upwards and breathe out. Palms down, breathe in. Palms up and breathe out. Turn the palms down, take a gentle breath in. Breathe out, let the hands down. Okay, so let's look at a bit of detail how this works. It appears to be something that's moving with your arms, but really it's about your chest. So if you see from the side view, when I breathe in, I take my hands back. What I'm actually doing is I'm pushing my chest forward and making my chest kind of proud. And then when I turn the hands over and I bring the hands towards the front, I let the chest collapse in the center. So I'm really sinking in the center and rolling the shoulders forwards. So what is actually happening is the shoulders are kind of massaging the lungs inside by making this movement. So if it looks like it's actually about the hands, it's not. It's really about the movement of the shoulders and what happens with them. So we're really collapsing the shoulders, and when we open, we're really expanding the chest. So that's the first aspect to it. When we go into medical Qigong, we find there's some extra power that we can add to our exercises, and we do this by using a colour. So I'm using white. White is a very good colour for the lungs. So we imagine our lungs are sort of like dark caves inside. And what we do is as we breathe in, you can imagine breathing in a beautiful kind of white light that comes and fills each of your lungs, kind of cleansing the lungs inside. And then when you breathe out, you can imagine letting go of, well, a cough, a cold, any illness, pollution, smoke, whatever it might be, and imagine this kind of cloud coming out as you exhale out. So there's a sort of a strong visualization that goes with the exercise as well, just to kind of give it a bit of extra power. So now we're using both the mind to heal the body and the physicality of the body as well. So let's just run through that. Sink into the knees, back nice and straight, arms hanging down by your sides. Take a gentle breath in and lift the hands up. Trying to breathe in through my nose, not my mouth. Okay, so breathe out and just stand here. It's kind of like a settling phase. So now the exercise begins. Breathe in through the nose if possible. Chest gently goes forward. Turn the palms to face up. Chest gently collapses in the middle. Breathe in, take the hands back and chest goes forward. Turn the palms over. Let the chest collapse as the shoulders kind of almost close together. Palms down. Breathe in. Imagine this white light breathing deep inside your lungs. As we breathe out, there's this kind of smoke, pollution, fog comes out of our nose, releasing. Gentle breath in. Gentle breath out. Hands don't ever come together, so just in front. Breathe in. Deep into the lungs. Fill your lungs with white light. Breathe out. Let go of all illness, all pollution, gone. Do a couple more. Breathing out. One more time. And breathing out. To finish off with, we just turn the palms over, take a gentle breath in. And as with all Qigong exercises, just do things slowly. Breathe out, let the hands drift down. If you've come to the end, you can do pulling down the heavens, which is just gathering qi, pouring it down through the body, relaxing everything down, bringing all the energy back to your belly, connecting a circuit. You'll see this in the other exercise in the warm-up set, but just gathering qi, pouring it through, drawing it to your belly. I normally do about 3 of these to finish an exercise. Eventually you could bring your hands to your belly. This is just a sort of standard standing Qigong posture. Shoulder width, knees bent, nice long straight spine, hands on the tummy. So in this posture here, we can practice the sound that goes with healing the lungs. And so I always describe the lungs, it's very, very biologically accurate. Imagine a carrier bag with a piece of broccoli stuffed upside down into it. That gives you a kind of anatomy idea of what your lung looks like. Sort of like the stalk of the broccoli, and it goes out and eventually it comes out to the little florets on the end, to the very edges. And that's how your lung is structured inside. That's how the structure of the lung is inside this kind of bag that holds it. And so when we're making this sound, we're making a vibration that goes all the way through to the alveoli on the end of the lungs and really makes the tips of your lungs tingle and shake and move. And so the sound we use is just, if you had your finger stuck on the S key of your keyboard, it would look like S, 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 S all the way along. So we can just stand, we can have the hands on the belly. Perhaps even more powerful would be to have your hands directly in front of your lungs. So you can just imagine qi from your hands glowing, flowing back to your lungs, filling your lungs with healing. And at the same time, you take a gentle breath in and you say, hissing through your teeth. Breathe in. Your best snake impression. Breathing in. a couple more. Last one. Gentle breathing. You can just gather the chi once more. Bring it down to the belly. Do it 2, 3, 4 times. So how many times could you do this exercise? You might do 3 sets a day, like a prescription, morning, noon and night. You might do 12 repetitions of this exercise, and you might do 12 healing sounds. You might do your prescription 5 times a day if you're a studious person, but perhaps, 3. You might do 12 times, 9 times, 12. Chinese love 9s and 3s. So you might do 9 times, 12 times, 18 times of repetition, and just see how you feel afterwards. If you feel completely tapped out, perhaps you've done a bit too much. But if you feel that there's some sort of benefit there, just gently keep going with it. Do it every single day as well. Do it every day, 3 times a day, and you're going to find the benefit for your lungs is going to, the lung capacity is going to increase. Any illness will go. And who could use this? Well, anything from an asthma sufferer all the way through to someone who has chronic disease of the lungs and some sort of cancers, whatever it might be, something like that. So you can use it at any stage to help benefit or bring strength back to your lungs. And then the final thought is that perhaps you could also do a set where you're using the hissing sound and the movement. I'd prefer you to keep them separate, but if you have a shorter amount of time, you could also easily take a breath in like this, turn the palms over, and then you get the general idea. So you can combine the two, but it's quite good also to have a specific lung exercise practice, and then to have kind of like a quiet time where you're just standing and making the tone, focusing on it. Putting the two together also works, but I'd say, perhaps if you had a shorter amount of time at one stage, you could combine them, and then in the morning and the evenings, perhaps you can do longer. Lunchtimes, perhaps you could do the shorter version of combining the two together. Well, I hope you find this beneficial. There's lots of information on my website, quantumqigong.co.uk. You can find out where my classes are. I teach physical classes in Bath in the UK, but also I have Zoom classes as well, on a Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, also a Tuesday night. And so you can find the class timetable on quantumqigong.co.uk. If you'd like a one-to-one session with me, we can work in physical person here in Bath, or alternatively via Zoom. I do a 2-hour appointment where I make a prescription for you with exercises like this, very specifically for your needs and imbalances. So if you'd like a one-to-one session with me, you can also find that on my therapy page. If you have a little look on my YouTube, so if you go to YouTube and search at Jeremy College, you'll be able to find my self-healing classes amongst many other videos there. So thank you very much for listening. If you want to close off with me now, we just do that by rubbing 3 circles round the belly, anti-clockwise. Rub 3 in the opposite direction. That just sort of brings an end to your exercises. You can let the hands down, bring the feet together. In Qigong we have a little salute. Right hand, left hand, bring the hands together. Thanks very much for watching this. Please do share this with your friends if you have anybody you think might benefit from it. And also there are other videos that I've done on the knees and on the hips and things like that. So please have a little look and see. Thanks.